Hi guys, my name is Prashant Sharma. Thank you for watching my channel, which is NickTech Talkies. So guys, today I'm going to show you how you can promote a server to a domain controller. So now the question arises, what is domain controller? So whenever you install Active Directory in a server, then it becomes domain controller. So now the question arises like, what is Active Directory? So basically, Active Directory is a directory service that centralizes the management of users, computers, and other resources or other objects in a network, right? So basically, the primary function of the Active Directory is to authenticate the users and computer in a network. So for example, if user log into the server and then he put it the username and password, right? So basically, it checks the username and password that was submitted by the user to verify the account. And if the username and password is valid, then it authenticated the user to log into the computer. So this is what we have in Active Directory. So now I'm going to show you that how you can install the Active Directory in a server, in a fresh server. So this is a server which you can see on the screen. So this is my server and it's 2012. So it's a 2012 R2. So I'm going to make this server as a domain controller. So I'm going to show you how you guys can go ahead and can install the Active Directory and how you can make a domain. So now, so first of all, I'm going to install the role for Active Directory. So I went to Server Manager, then I opened this, add roles and features, and now I am going to click on next. So once I click on next, then again it's asked for role-based or feature-based installation. So I'll select role-based, and then in the next screen it's showing me my machine name, which is NickTech-DC1. So this is my computer name and this is the IP address which I have provided to this server. So now I'm going to next. So now it will ask me which role I want. So as we are making this as a domain controller, so I'm going to install this role, which is ADDS, Active Directory Domain Services. And now I'll click on add features, and with this I'm going to click on next. So now I will leave it as it is, and then again I'll click on next, and then again next, and then I'll click on install. So yeah, so guys, it will take few minutes to get installed. So till the time I'm pausing this video, and once it will install, then I will resume it back. So, yeah. So yes, now my role has been installed. So I'm gonna close it. So as now I have installed this role. So now I'll go here in the notification and I'll see. So here it's asking me to promote this server to domain controller. So I'm gonna click here. So it will open the wizard, configuration wizard. So in the first option, it will ask you for the deployment operation, like what exactly you want here. So like either you want to add a domain controller to an existing domain, or you want to add a new domain to an existing 4S, or it's a new 4S. So as we don't have any existing domain, so we are not will not select the first option, and also we do not have any existing 4S, so we'll leave the second option also. So this is the root domain basically. So I'm gonna select the new 4S. So I'll click on add a new 4S, and then I'll give the root domain name. So here I will give, so let's say I'll give my channel name. It's Nick Tech. So dot local. So I have given this name, domain name. So now I'm gonna click on next. So here it will ask me to select the function level. So I see because my OS is 2012, so and it's a first domain which is on 2012. So highest function level is 2012. So basically, function level basically it describes like what are the capabilities are there in domain. So if you say like higher function level will provide you latest and greatest technology in a domain. So it will allow you to use that latest technologies. So yeah, so here I'm gonna select it, Windows Server 2012 R2 R2. So again, so now the second option here I can see it's asking for specified domain controller capabilities. So I don't want to make it as a RODC because this is my primary domain. So that's the reason this option is grayed out. And as this is the primary domain, so global catalog option is also grayed out, but it is checked. So it will yeah, so it will install like GC also in the server. So DNS I have mentioned here because I'm integrating it with a DNS. So now it is asking me to provide the password. Guys, this is important because you would need to remember this password, because this is the password when it will ask you like once you want to restore anything from the Active Directory, like suppose you miss something in Active Directory or somehow it got deleted. So when you will restore it, then it will ask you to put this password. So you would need to remember this one. So yeah, now click on next. So yeah, so it's specifying the DNS delegation option. I'm gonna click on next. So now it will verify the NetBIOS name. So in my case, my NetBIOS name is NickTag. So I'm gonna verify that. Yes, so it has been verified. Now I'm going to click on next. So now it will provide the location where these files get saved. So there is a location of folder. So the database folder will get saved in NTDS in under Windows, and the same with log files, TDS, and then syscall folder. So yeah, so this is the location where these files will get saved. So I'm gonna click on next. So yeah, so it is asking to review whatever I have selected. So yeah, so yeah, it looks good to me. So I'm clicking on next. Yeah, it will take few minutes to install it. Yeah. So yeah, so it has been it was checking like all the prerequisites. So it has been checked that, and now and yes, it has been passed through. So if you see here, it's showing all prerequisite checks passed successfully. Click install to begin installation. So yeah, so I'm gonna click on install. It will take some time to finish the installation. Waiting for DNS installation, checking if group policy management console needs to be installed. Computer, host active directory domain. Is creating directory partition at this moment. So I'm gonna pause this video, and once it will get installed, then I will come back. Yeah. now it is configuring a DNS server service on this computer. So it will take few minutes more. And so yeah, so now it will ask me to reboot. It has installed Active Directory. So yeah, it will take some time to get reboot. So it will take some time to get reboot. So I'm just pausing this video, and once the server will back, then I will resume recording. So yeah, my server is back, and I'm gonna log into this server. So now the Active Directory has been installed in this server, and this server has become domain controller. So now let me open the Active Directory in this. So yeah, so it has been opened. Here you can see my Active Directory, which has been installed on the server. So if you go here, so here it will take some time to refresh all this stuff. So yeah, so now let me go ahead the domain controller first. So it is refreshing. So now you can see it is my first domain controller, which I can see under this domain controllers. And so in the same way, if I add any machine, I mean, like if I add any computer in the domain, so that server will get added here in the computer. So I can see that server here. And same way, if I want to make any user here, I can just go to the users. So I can simply click here and create the users. So these are the users which I have right now, like administrator, domain admin, and domain users, and enterprise admin, and all these users I can see here. So if I go here and if I want to create any user, I can simply go to the new and can select and can go here and can create a user. So like suppose I want to make me as a user. So like so I put Prashant, last name Prashant, and my username would be Prashant at nictech.local. So this would be my username, and here I can set my password whatever I want. So let me put here, same way I can put here Prashant, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So user must change password at next log on. So you can select this. So like whenever this user will log into any server, it will ask him to change his password. So, but in my case, I don't want it. So I'm just clicking, I'm just unchecking it, and I'm just checking on password never expire. So yeah, so okay, I think there is some policy, so it's not meeting the complexity. So yeah, but in the same way we can do that. In the same way, yeah. Let me see one more time if I can do something here. Just give me a moment. I go to next, finish. So again, so check the minimum password length, password connection, password history requirement. So yes, so there is some policy which is preventing me to set this password which I want. So so that thing also I can change in group policy. So I can make the policy according to me whatever I want. So yeah, so that thing also I'll show you later like how you can do that. But in the same way, you can make a user and can give the password and everything. Like you can manage from here. So yeah, I think this is all for this video. And in the next video, what I'm going to do, I'll add a server in the domain, and then we'll make a user here, and then we will log in to that server with that with the user which I'll create here. So yeah, so thank you for watching my channel, Nick Tech Talkies, and I'll see you in next video.